missed you. So yes, as Coach was saying, we are back
Yes.
and we're gonna have a great show. So I hope you guys are sharing with your friends
Mm-hmm.
and participate, ask questions. We're still waiting for our first caller. So we do want to let you know this is an adult show and be mindful of if you have kids who's watching.
Mm-hmm.
So use your discretion as to whether you want them to, just be mindful
Mm-hmm.
if they're under 18. And this is our opinion, strictly our opinion. We welcome that you guys share yours and ask questions, get in touch with Coach. So here we go. So the title of this show is Can't Find the Love of Your Life? Well, learn how to create him or her. Did I say that again, Coach? If
Yeah.
you can't find the love of your life, learn how to create him or her. All
This
right.
is
So, question number one is how do you know you are in love? How do you know when you are in love?
ladies, this is a big question because too often I know it's difficult because there's so many things going on. When we meet someone, when we get into a relationship, there's so many emotions, so many feelings. So how do we know when we're in love? Is it love or what is it? Is it just infatuating, with this person? Or is it just lust? Or is it just sexual desire? Right? Because it could be any one of these things. It could be, just finally you find someone and you're no longer feeling lonely. So there could be so many things. So I'm going to wait and listen to you ladies sharing and giving me some feedback on that. What do you guys think?
Well,
Go
I don't
ahead.
know. I'll start.
Go ahead.
It like I had said in the past, you can't really describe love. It's a feeling that you feel about how that person makes you feel, or how you feel being with having emotion with for someone. And to me, it's just simple little things such as wanting to spend time with this person. And if places, you ever go places that you've walked through or you've gone through places, but when you're with a particular person, that place feels even more nice. It feels like it's a brand new place because you're seeing it and you're spending it with someone else. That's how I can describe it. And also you start thinking about being with that person long term, and making plan for the future, and everything's changed. What else would I say? It's mostly that for me, and I would think it's like that for a lot of people, spending time with the person and going places with them, and you just feels correct. You think about them all day, and that's how I think you would start questioning, am I in love? And then you have to look deeper into your feeling in comparison of how you feel before and how you feel now. So I think that's the direction you would see, and to start by saying that I think I'm in love, or I think I'm really falling for this person. What do y'all think?
That's a good one. That's true. That's true. I like that. Who else wants to share? I think we might need to read the question again to Mr. Mundy, who just come in. Welcome, Mundy. Welcome, Laura. Miss Kat, do you want to read the question again?
How do you know? How do you know? Oops, I think I lost it. How do you know when you are in love? Is that right? Pretty much, right? How do you know when you are in love with that person, that special someone, him or her? How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know when it's truly love? What do you guys think?
I mean, I think that everybody has their own definition of what love means to them, but I think we can pretty much agree it's a great feeling. It's that feeling that you just it brightens up, like Vanya was saying. It's this great feeling when you see that person, when you hear from that person. It brings a smile. You could be having a bad day and that person makes you feel like everything is great. And I also think that it's somebody that you feel very, very comfortable with. Because I feel like if I'm in love with somebody, I have to be comfortable. I have to be myself. We have to be friends. So to me, it's important. I think that if you feel like this somebody is that important to you, you love that person, there's a friendship there. There's this great connection that it's a feeling you really can't describe. It's just this great feeling, and it just you enjoy that person. But I think it's important for me, if I love someone, a male, I
We can
have to
see
have a
you, Miss
friendship.
Kat. We cannot see you. Okay.
Huh?
We can see you.
Just seeing the
I
tips of her
know
head.
I wasn't really showing myself
Oh,
that much because I'm not actually at home, guys.
Yes, I understand. I understand. But
Yeah,
that's good.
so
Okay, go ahead. We can talk. We'll listen.
so yeah, so it's that feeling. It's that feeling of, for me, where everything, I mean, it's not always going to be great, but at the same time, even when you're mad at this person, you still want to be with this person. It's like, oh, but I don't want you to go anywhere, just stay here. I'm still mad at you, but I want you around. So to me, that's what it is. And of course, more.
Definitely, definitely. I agree with you. All right. Who wants to give it a try next? All right, guys. Laura, Mandy, come on.
I was trying to be a gentleman by letting go of this course. So the question is, how do I know if he's the one? Oh, it's easy. You choose. I chose that she was the one. And there was something about her that I know it will take a lifetime for me to discover. And I was up for the challenge. But I knew, and I remember telling Kate, are you ready for this? Because I knew that once our eyes met that second time around, I was not going to let her go. So yeah, it's a choice. Some people feel the magic in the air. Some people just say, you know what? Yep, that's the one.
This is it.
This is it.
Yes.
I'm not letting that one go.
But is there something about that person that made you know this was it?
Well, I think I told you guys my story with my wife.
Right.
And so to me, it felt like this is my long lost friend. And here I am. I have the opportunity to seize the moment for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna let that moment pass me by. And literally, that's how I felt, because it was just absolutely awesome. That's first encounter. For the second time around, after so many years went by, and we both felt it. She told me she knew. And so yeah.
That's beautiful.
that's nice.
Yeah, especially coming from a man. You don't usually hear that. It's usually us women, who feel this and or want to share it, but it's nice, when a man is actually, sharing this personal moment with someone, and it let us know that it exists. We don't have to, ask ourselves, well, would I ever find that person? Because we know among us right here, there's a man who, when he found his woman, he knew exactly who she was. And he was not afraid to confess that love. Beautiful, beautiful. What do you think, Miss Laura?
It's a wonderful conversation. And I feel that how you meet a lot of people, but you don't connect with everybody. When you have that special connection, that goes deeper than friendship, and you know, the kind of connection where you feel that you can literally share part of yourself with this person that you keep private or you're reserved. I think that gives you a good indication of where you're at with your feelings for this person. And also, you get to see people's flaws. When you start accepting their flaws and you start being playing a part in their lives, in the sense of, you know, for the betterment of themselves, you're more of a, you know, you're complementing something within them, and you're allowing them to do the same with you. I think that shows you a lot. And when you create that kind of substance, I feel that you have something. So
that is beautiful. I like that. I like that. Before I share, let me welcome everyone who's here. We have a lot of people already joining us. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. As usual, we know we can, every time we come in on Thursday night, we know we have your love and your support. And I also thank you for sharing with other people, for inviting people here. Yes, I see that you guys are active. And then I will definitely read some of the comments that you guys have been posting. For me, how do I know that I'm in love? Wow. Love is such a deep word, you know? And last night, it's so funny, we're in Clubhouse, right, Laura? We're talking about love. And I think halfway to the conversation, one of my colleagues, you know, changed the topic and made it like, you know, what is love for you? And I think that really motivate everyone else to actually participate and share what it was for them. But, you know, tonight we're going to stay on the course and say, well, you know, what does love mean to you? I think that's the question, right? What does love mean to you? For me, how do you know you're in love? I think that's the question. How do you know you're in love? For me, there's something special about that connection, you know, with someone. When you feel that, you know, when this person is away, you're seeking for this person, you know, and when you miss this person all the time, you often think about this person, and you often, you know, want to protect this person. You see the good in this person, although everybody has some, you know, both sides in them. But when you're in love, you want to only focus on the good thing. You know, how many times, guys, you know, you meet someone and all you keep thinking about, oh my gosh, she's so good looking. Oh my gosh, she's so fine. You know, she has this curve and stuff like that. Or, you know, us ladies, we're talking about, oh my gosh, this man is so intelligent. This man, I love the way he speaks. I love the way he presents himself. I love the way he dresses. I mean, everything about this person is like all good. You know, for that moment that we are infatuated, you know, with and also we are lusting over this person. But love is much deeper than that, you know. And perhaps it's a conversation that we're gonna have later on, because to talk about really what it is, I think it would take us more than just one show. So I'm gonna just stop right there so we can go on to the next questions and allow everyone to share. But the topic to me, I mean, that question to me was like, wow, this is deep. How do you know you're in love? So for those of you who are watching, I would love to hear your feedback, to get your feedback. Please tell us, how do you know you're in love? All right, guys. All right.
So we're gonna go to question 2. Would you stop talking with a friend who knew your partner had a partner and did not tell you? Or a spouse, had a spouse and did not tell you?
Did you guys hear the question?
Did I understand? Should I repeat it?
Maybe
Yes.
you need to explain it in context.
Yes.
Who, you want me to explain it, or Maggie?
Oh, one of you, please. It's a loaded gun.
It is.
I think
Would
it's
you stop talking?
self-explanatory.
Go ahead.
Would you stop talking with a friend When you in a relationship with someone and they married and you didn't know and they told and you didn't find out till after.
And they knew.
They knew.
Okay, yeah. So that's not a friend.
I would say that too, yeah.
That is a question. That's not a friend.
No.
So explain that, Monty. What do you mean that's not a friend?
Well, I mean, there's no explanation needed. You're my friend. I'm your friend. We're going to look out for each other, right? So how are you looking out for me? You're not looking out for me. You're allowing me to make mistakes. I understand that, but we have a friendship. We have a level of friendship that's, if it's important to you, you wouldn't want me to get hurt, right? And so you could find a way to tell me without, making me feel, you stupid or something. What are you doing? But you can still find a way to communicate to me. At least ask me, do you know whether or not so-and-so is married or whatever? At least.
Yeah. I like that. Kind of, like plant a seed. That's what you mean, right? Plant a seed, kind of give you something to question, to start investigating yourself. Because I think it's also going to be difficult for someone to just come ahead, and share this. But what do you ladies think?
I totally agree with Mandy. If you are a friend, you should warn the person. I understand that a lot of people doesn't want to tell someone because they feel like it's going to get them in some kind of part of the drama. They're going to be confronted by the other person. However, if you are, like Mandy say, a friend, you know your friend, and you know why you're going to let them be in a relationship where they totally get blindsided, not even know that this person is involved in a commitment. And knowing it's going to be painful for them. And you just sit there in your silence and watch. I think it's pretty mean on your part. I wouldn't consider you as a friend. And I wouldn't trust you because you didn't give me the head start. Like, even if it's just like planting the seed, like Monday said, just let them know, did you check the background? Do you know if this person's in a relationship? Just saying that alone, they might ask you, why, do you know something? And I would just check.
Yeah.
That put them into a path of looking and research and going to that person and says, what's going on? Are you in a relationship? But when you sit there, you're seeing them in getting involved, getting really deep feeling for that person, even to the point of falling in love. And you just sit there and you watch. I feel like you're just watching for drama. You're just watching to see how they're going to react, how it's going to unfold. You're not into doing anything for your friend. You're just for yourself. You're just being, want to be into the drama scene. You just want to sit back and see how they're going to behave on that. And they made a fool out of themselves. And I think it's unforgivable. To me, I take it that deep. Yeah.
Wow.
Give me 5.
What do you think? Are you okay, Kattia? I see you on mute. So what do you think?
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm not on mute, am I?
Yes, you are.
I unmute
I can hear
myself.
her.
No, you unmute yourself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think that again, I have to echo what everyone just said so far. I would not consider that person as a friend. If we all have definition of friend, sometimes people you might think is a friend is not really a friend. So maybe that person never really considered you as a friend. So therefore they feel like you're grown, so figure it out yourself. And people are envious. And, again, it does not fall as a friend, because I feel like a friend should not be envious. There shouldn't be any jealousy. If I'm really your friend, you should want well for me. And always, in every way, right? So if I have a friend and I know she's falling for someone, I'm definitely gonna, in the beginning, and just say, this is what I know about this person. I feel like if you're upfront and then the person chooses to do what they do, that's on them. But if this is really somebody that that's married, especially if the person is married. I'm going to tell you, I know this person is married. I don't know what their relationship is right now, but I know they were married. And because not everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to know. But if you are truly my friend, I'm going to tell you what I know from the beginning. And whatever you do with that information is on you.
Yeah.
But I will not let somebody that I call a friend willingly continue a relationship and keep my mouth closed and not say this person is in a relationship or this person is taken, whatever the case is. And again, we're grown. You do what you think is best, but I'm going to let you know what I know.
Thank you, Kat. All right, I guess all three of you so far are, in alliance with this. Go ahead, Laura, what do you think?
That's a bad position to be in because I'm very discreet and I play on the side of discretion. I don't like to get into people's business. And I've been in that position probably twice. And I know what it's done to people. And I've seen my friends going through tough times and even questioning me why put them through this. So that's a horrible situation to be in. And I really don't like to get involved in a two people affair, So sometimes where I may not be totally, completely direct like that, I may direct a person in terms of do your research and, find out more, that kind of stuff. You don't know, the last thing I would ever like is that at the end, somebody hurts themselves on my behalf, you know what I mean? Or do destructive things just because I said something or because I presented something that they may not have been ready for. So, sometimes you have to assess the situation before you start talking, because the last you want is that somebody drown themselves in a bottle of alcohol or worse, just because you had a confession to make. So I'm very careful with people's mental health and their state of mind before I start talking. So I rather direct them in a different way.
Yeah.
But let me just also remind you, the word is friend. When it's not someone, an acquaintance, it's not someone you just know in a casual situation. This is who you call a friend. I know when I call someone a friend, I more likely know a little bit about your mental state, maybe, because based on the conversation you have, you will know who to tell them this. It's not that you're just going to walk into an acquaintance or someone no, I'm not going to do that. But a friend, I know who you are. I know how to bring a subject to you. I know how it's going to hit you. I would know how you react when you're hurt because we've been friends for a long time. So as far as if don't know how they're going to take it, they might hurt themselves. That would be something that I would do differently. Maybe would have someone with me when I speak to them or something, but I don't know how I would react because I've never had to be in a situation where I'm dealing with someone who's very emotional or emotionally, I don't want to say damaged, but emotionally despair, but the people I'm around that is surround me are very strong people, men or women. And I know it will hurt them a lot, but they will not crumble that way. And if I consider myself a friend, as I will let you know, and I would expect you to do the same. But unfortunately, I know people who didn't do that for me, who hide it. And then when I find out, and not only I had to deal with the moving away from that person who humiliate me and broke my heart, but I had to deal with a friend who knows me and you didn't let me know, and that's two different things that I have to deal with at that one moment, at that one situation.
And I think that Vanya, that justify what your answer. I'm sorry, Kat, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I kind of wanted to say something to what Vanya just said. I do think that sometimes, depending on when that so-called when your friend may find out, it may be kind of hard for them to say something at that time if they see you've already invested yourself. So in that situation, I still would want to know, but I think there's a way of doing it. I think before somebody comes and tell me something like that, they need to know for sure. They need to know this person is definitely in a committed relationship and it doesn't look good for you.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm close with somebody, because they're friends and they're friends, but if I'm close with somebody and we talk, we have that closeness, we know. And I've already called you and I was like, girl, or, because it could be a male. You'd be like, damn, I just met this guy and this is how I'm feeling. I'm telling you from the beginning, that's your cue to let me know in the beginning, because I'm already telling you this is how I feel. But if you sit on the information and you don't tell me anything, we're not going to be able to be friends, because we're supposed to be cool. You're supposed to understand me and I'm supposed to understand you. So, but if, again, like I said, if you've already invested and I'm finding out months later and you're introducing me to this person as your man or your woman, and I'm like, oh snap, I'm going to have to find a way to, how am I going to say this? If I know for sure, I have to do my homework before I approach you.
I think it's such a delicate question. And that's one of the reasons, when I saw the question, I'm like, okay, well, we need to talk about this, because too often we have friends, we have family members who get involved into relationships. And there's this big secret that you don't know how to share it. And that's what it is, it's a big secret. You don't want to hurt that person's feelings, and yet you don't want that person to get hurt, because they are not in a healthy relationship. A little bit that I know about this question is that this friend did not tell her girlfriend about the man who is married.
So what's the outcome? What's the outcome?
Well, the outcome is the girlfriend actually did break up with the man. Okay, but she also lost the friend.
There you go.
So, but the reason that the friend stated that she didn't say anything was because she said she asked the man to tell her, because she didn't want to be the one to give the message. She did ask the man. She said to the man, you need to tell her or I'm going to tell her. And then
why didn't she?
She told her, but she did ask the man. So this is one of the situations where you really don't know, because I'm listening to everyone and I'm reading, what you guys are saying right here. Let's say maybe that's just the way you feel being in love. Okay, this was related to something else. And let me tell you, the message that we're getting, they're like powerful. Betty said, I love that phrase. It's something else that also we're talking about. Okay, let me go all the way down to the question that we're talking about and see what everybody else is saying. Lucia said, I agree to be guarded about the delivery of the info for many reasons. So advising someone to be cautious about the situation is needed. Some friends can get violent. I'll be cautious on that view. Definitely. And I think that's the way I feel. I think I really feel like Lucia, because sometimes you may think that you're going to do something good by sharing a news with someone. They don't receive it well. So either way, you might lose the friend. If you be quiet, you might lose your friend. And if you say something, you might lose your friend. I think what it comes down to is the test of the friendship at that moment. Because do you know this person enough? Like Vanya mentioned, she had like friends around her. If you're that close with someone, you feel, okay, well, that person will believe me without questioning, my why am I saying this? Because sometimes somebody tell you something, it's for their own jealousy. So you can't really go and react because someone tell you, well, your man or your woman is having an affair. Because not all friends are friends. Just because someone is your friend, that doesn't mean they're not jealous of you. So you have to be careful when someone come and give you a message, not for you to jump and start acting and walk away from a man without really finding out what's the roots, of the comment or the news that you just received. So for me, I think it's, I don't know what I would do. That's my answer. I don't know, because I think it depends on who I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
If it's a family member,
Definitely.
I think I may be willing to put my hands on the fire. If it's a friend, like I believe is like a sister to me, I might be willing to put my hands on the fire. But if it's a friend that is, an acquaintance, I don't think I'll be willing to do that. I might give that person some hint, but we have to be careful on how we give a message, because sometimes when we think we're helping, we actually destroy. I just wanted to share that. What do you guys think?
I'm sitting here thinking about Toy Story. You've got a friend in me.
Me, I rather know. I rather know because I consider myself someone very strong, and I will break down and get hurt and cry, go through the emotion, but I would rather know. I don't like lie. I hate lie, and I hate people moving around me with lies, and you're not
Word.
I don't know. Did I say I hate lies? I hate. Tell me the truth. Let me burn one time. Okay.
You can handle the truth.
To just let me drag into a lie. Don't do that.
All right, let me read some of the comment that we're getting. Elsie sent you some love. Miss Vanya, she said you look beautiful. Mert says maybe that's just the way you feel, being in love. That was related to the first question we talked about. Also, Elsie said, wow, nice. Betty said, love that phrase. Since the moment for the rest of my life. Murph said, for how long you gonna be in love? There must be something that's making you in love, man or woman. Either one of them must be the reason for the moment. Linda said, hi, okay, let me see, Trinket Desire. All right, Linda. Betty says, I think it's more important to know your flaws and accept and embrace them so you can accept someone else's flaws. That's true. Very, very true. Cricket said, listening to your answers, really, my heart is bleeding. Oh my gosh, Cricket. Wow. Lucia says, I'm in love if I can be, if I can be my true self with my partner. That's another thing. Sometimes we're afraid to show our true self, I don't know if I even should say this, because I know sometimes you're in a relationship with someone, you're so careful that you won't even allow yourself to burp or to release yourself, because you wanna have this composed, around this person that you won't even allow yourself to be, to be fully present. All right, so Bianca said they should have said something. That's also related to the last question that we talked about. There's so many great comment and great feedback. There's so many people here. Randy Basile, I see you. I see each and every one of you. I so appreciate you. Ernst Lamour, thank you guys. Lisbeth, thank you for coming. And Dawn, thank you as usual. It was so nice seeing you last Saturday, face to face. That was so nice. For those of you who didn't know,
oh boy.
Monday, I'm gonna throw fire at you.
Brother.
The OMD team was in New York last week. That's the reason that we were not here.
Not the whole team.
For some of you who have seen us in New York, let me tell you, there is some of you who came and said hi. Mwah. I so appreciate you guys. It was such a pleasure seeing you guys face to face. I know I said that when we first started, but I really wanted to acknowledge it. And my team, Miss Vanya, we finally, imagine, we've been together for so long. It's been over a year. We've been doing this show. And it was the first time we actually
That
saw
I was
each other.
in.
And
She
Miss
is,
Scott,
she is in person a very petite. I was very shocked because here, you know, we've seen headshot. So when I saw her in person, I'm like, oh my God, you petite. But she's so cute. I said, you petite and cute. It was very nice seeing them.
thank you. It was
Very nice.
really nice seeing you guys. So, you know what? Before we go further, let me just remind you guys that are here. In December, we're going to have one heck of a custom ballroom. Okay? This is not a joke. This is serious. We already reserved the space. It's gonna be at the Marriott Hotel. The date is December 10th. So do me a favor, put it right now on your calendar because you guys are invited to come and join us. And I also managed to get a special discount rate at the hotel. You guys going to go cray when you hear how much it is, you know, for you guys to stay at the hotel, and you can share the room with a friend. Let me tell you, get ready. December 10th, get ready for one heck of a party. Because for those of you who are looking for love, ting, 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 ting. And for those of you who are already in love, yes, you can bring your partner and you're gonna have fun. Okay, all right. So much for my big news tonight. We'll talk about it later. So, what is the next question, please? I'm excited.
Number 3.
Yes.
Kattia?
Just a minute, please.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
guys have me all over the place today. I apologize.
I can
Can
read
you
it for
guys
you.
hear me?
Yeah, I'll read it for you.
Okay, so I'll read number 3.
Yeah.
Right, so
Number 3.
question number 3 is, if you had to choose between living alone or having a partner, which would you choose? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, this should be a very easy question.
I am,
But at the same time, it's complicated.
I'm sorry?
It's an easy question. At the same time, it's complicated because some people may say they don't mind being alone, but they want a partner. Some people may say, well, I don't want to be alone at all. I want a partner. So what do you guys think? If
Right,
you have the
I'm gonna
choice,
say something.
alone. Huh? What is it, Miss? What is it? Kat?
I'm gonna say something.
Uh-huh.
My personal feeling is, if I'm gonna be with a partner, I'm gonna be with a partner. If we're living together,
See.
married, whatever the thing is, then if that's a decision we made to be together, then we're gonna be together.
Mhm.
However, like you were just saying, I do know someone that she feels like, I don't mind if he has his own space, you know. Granted, having their own space doesn't mean that a person is free to roam around and do whatever the heck they want to do. I have a key to the space. They have a key. We each have a key to each other's space, but we're living together for the most part. So 95% of the time they're together, but they still don't mind. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that. You know, I feel like if we're living together, then we're living together. However, I wouldn't close that door completely for a situation that I think makes sense. I would not close that door. But I would rather have a partner.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Kat. What about you, Miss Laura?
Hard question. No, I'd rather have someone.
You rather have someone?
It's not good for a man to live alone, you know? So who am I to say otherwise? No, I want somebody. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
It's better. I love sharing. Sharing is caring.
All right, Miss Vanya, I'm gonna leave you last, Mr. Mundy. What about you, Vanya?
You should have leave me last. It's both way for me because I've been living alone for quite some time.
Mhm.
And I'm what you would call a perfectionist, that I like everything neat. I don't like everything move around me. I like the toilet seat down. If I put something here and I place it, I said, this is a perfect space for it. I want it to stay there at that perfect space. You can use it, but put it back. And I don't like people taking their dirty clothes, putting it on my floor. So it kind of, in that aspect, yeah, I think I would just rather go to the person's home and you come to my home and then we both give each other space. But at the same time, that's not my goal in life, to just spend the rest of my life by myself. I do want a partner. And I do think it would be very fun to live together, you know? So I would say, yeah, we'll live together. But can I have a separate quarter? Well, I can
stay
run
in the
away.
West Wing, okay?
I
You
can
can
run
stay in the
away
West Wing.
when I need, because I like solitude a lot. But there are times I go towards people to be around them. So I'm kind of both. That's why I can.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Go ahead, Mr. Mundy. Go ahead, Mr. Mundy.
I too feel exactly like you. I love my space. I love the tranquility that comes along with it.
Yes.
I love being in my cave. I love having a me moment.
Me too.
But once I'm done with all that, let's get it on, baby. Right? So as much as I love enjoying being alone, and my wife, we almost like we have a separate lives, and we live it that way. And it's just absolutely awesome. And then when we finally feel like, okay, it's time for us to get back together again, it makes the relationship feels as if it's always fresh or always new, because we're not used to being with each other on a daily basis. So I know what I'm saying is different for other people. There are some people who their relationship, they need you that close all the time. But for us, it's not like that. So we both enjoy our solitude. My wife is just like you, Vanya. She, when she puts something somewhere, she wants it there. If it's not there, what happens to it, right? So we have our own space, we do our own thing, but when we come together, we come together. We remember that we are husband and wife, and I love it that way. I really do. So absolutely both for me as well.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everyone. And but I will the question, to answer to the question directly, I think I would always want to be with my husband. For the simple fact is, I feel that we complement each other in so many ways. The idea, because I was alone, when I left the husband. So I know what that's like, to be alone, to not having someone next to you to share your ideas, to share views with you, not having this companion with you, when you want to do something, or not even having someone just to ask for an opinion, without having to go to your kids or family members or friends. So for me, it's really important. I think I am one person, I know I was created to be with a partner in my life. That's why, after my last divorce, some of my colleagues were saying to me when I said, I want to get married again, they said, what's wrong with you? After everything you've been through, you want it again? So it was, for me, it's just that I truly believe that I wanted that relationship, and I'm blessed to have exactly what I wanted, but it's necessary for me I would always say that it's not that I'm not complete when I'm alone, because my husband and I, although we work we at home, but he has his own space. We make sure that there are things that we do together during the day, but we do give each other their space so we can be who we need to be without on top of each other. At the same token, at least I want to know that I have that partner in my life. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I want to know. I don't want not to have him. I do want to know that I have him, but I'm going to take this a little bit further just because I know there are too many of you who know me. And when you guys say, I want it and I don't want it, you guys know exactly what I'm thinking, because the universe does not work with I want it and I don't want it at the same time. That's a confused mind. A confused mind does not receive. So if the desire is to have a long time, lifelong partner, yes, you can still do all the other things that you said you want to do, because I'm doing them. But you have to make sure that you ask for what your heart desires. Because all the other things can be into that same package. So those of you who are working with me, you guys know that I'm going to spill these guts, right? I need you guys to really focus on what you want. So, and I know Vanya shared something like that, and I wanted to also, acknowledge what Vanya said, but I know some of you may be thinking about what Vanya said. So that's why I want to make sure that I'm bringing life into this, so you guys understand, okay? Focus on what you want. And if you want a partner, don't be embarrassed, own it. And if you don't want a partner, own it.
There you go.
Stay with one, not both. All right. That was
yeah, the thing. What I was trying to say, Maggie, because I know you're coming at me, is that I do want a partner, but there are certain ways of living that, okay, I know you don't like the butt, but there are ways that I'm used to living. I always like my space. I'm not a clingy person. So I always like my space. Even if I'm in love, I will spend time and kiss you, do all of the beautiful things we do as a couple. But there will be a day of the week where I'm just like, let me just be by myself. And we can still be in the same house.
Yes.
But we can be in a different room, so it doesn't mean that I don't want a partner. It just, I guess maybe it's a habit of life, of the way I've been living, and knowing that once you have a partner, that you have to compromise, you have to change that. And that could be maybe something I need to work on. Let's just put it that way. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
What did you say, Manzi?
I say absolutely better, but I know what you mean. And the truth is, and I have to put this out there.
Yes.
There are some people that are 100% okay being alone.
Yes.
And it was their destiny or their choice. They chose, this is better for me, and I'm okay with it. Yeah. What you don't want is, if you're not okay with it, then I think I'll second you, Maggie, and say, then you need to know what you do want.
Yes.
Right? And then manifest what you want.
Definitely. Thank you. And some of you are reaching out to me, so I got your message. Thank you. All right. Well, okay. I think we're back to the ballroom again, because I included that on the question. Would you attend a ballroom knowing your life partner might be there? Question. Would you attend a ballroom knowing your life partner might be there? What does that mean? What does that mean, your life partner might be there? Does that mean the ballroom is going to be for single people to meet other single people? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. The answer is absolutely yes.
So how many single people do we have on stage? Okay, all right, Miss Laura, does that mean you're coming? You're on mute.
Said, what do you think? Yes, of course.
How about you, Miss Vanya? Are you coming?
Yes, I'm on board.
Definitely. Miss Kat, are you coming?
I guess.
Mr.
don't know.
Maggie, are you gonna be at the party?
Listen, my wife and I, we're both gonna be there. We're gonna be single, looking for each other that night.
That's a good one. Maybe
Beautiful.
that's what I should do.
Lucia, are you coming to the party? Cricket, Betty, are you guys coming to the party? Belle Creole, are you guys coming to the party? Merv, Elsie, all you guys here, are you coming to the party December 10th, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Marriott Hotel? The party's gonna be at the lounge and you guys can have a room upstairs for a discount rate that's gonna blow your mind. Mary Fuston, are you coming to the party? Florette, are you coming? All right, guys, everybody, are you guys coming to the party? Can't wait to see you guys. Really, really, there's so many great things that we're going to do. Really, when I had a chance to meet Linda, who's always here with us, Linda gave me some suggestion. And you know me, I'm always ready to receive. That's why I tell my guys, send me your questions, send me your ideas. I'm always ready to receive. Tell me what you guys would like to see differently. It's going to be a ballroom party, masquerade, very elegant. Yes, please, very elegant. With music and all the other great things you guys think of that we're going to have. And the single people going to really step out of their ways because I'm going to show you guys how to mingle and actually meet and introduce yourself to the partner. So all these men that are going to be there available and for you guys to interact with each other. So it's going to be one heck of an experience that if you know a friend, who know a friend, who know a friend, who know a friend, invite all of them because you guys are going to be, oh, it's going to be amazing. So, all right, question number 5, really quickly.
Question number 5.
Yes, ma'am.
So question number 5 says, some people falter in their relationships. If your ex was available, would you give it a try again? Absolutely not.
You know what? I put hell to the no on my thing. If your ex come back to you, would you take that ex back again?
No.
Laura said no. Kattia said no. What about you, Vanya? No. What about you,
For a
Mandy?
reason.
Have a nice life. No.
Come on, you guys. Okay. That
Because
was
if I take you back, then I'm gonna turn you into a double X. So no.
Betty said no. Lucia, okay, all right. Lucia, tell me where I'll be there. Yes, Lucia, it's going to be at the Marriott Hotel. Yes, 4.5-star hotel in Fort Lauderdale. I will send the address to everyone. I'm gonna be posting things pretty soon. So just want to give you guys an update before everybody else because we're gonna be posting. So the question is, would you go back to your ex if you had the opportunity, guys? Who's saying yes and who's saying no? Cricket says no. Hell no. Oh my gosh. This end for a reason. Let me tell you, I agree with everyone because heck to the no for me because you are ex for a reason. So, but you notice some exes don't want to stay away, right? You know, your man or your woman could be with it, with you, you guys are happy, and there's an ex always popping, asking for something. Some exes need to know that there's a reason why they have a big ex over them. All right, so we're getting ready to talk about the last question, and it's the question that we ask every single week. For me, first of all, let me just tell you guys, it's just here are 2 things that you're grateful for. It's been one heck of a week. Actually, for me, it's been one heck of 2 weeks because I have not seen you guys in 2 weeks for the first time in a long time. And the reason the first week of June was my birthday, the second week of June, I had the pleasure of going to New York to this beautiful party that Miss Fifi, who's always with us, she put one heck of a show in New York. Yes, and most of us, who come to the Maggie and Kattia show were there. Lots of us, many of us were there. And it was an amazing event, really nice. The band was great. The food was great. So Fifi, next time you're having a party, please make sure you let me know again, because I'm definitely gonna be there. It was nice. It was great. Everybody was.
And Monday.
And Mr. Guess what? Only one person from the OMD team was not there, and he's going him. That's Mr. Monday. But I promise him, not only he's going to be in the ballroom with us in December, but next time Miss Fifi is having a party, that he's gonna be there, because he doesn't live too far. So, so guys, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Who wants to share first?
I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I'm grateful for the ability to smile and to laugh and to breathe and to just enjoy being in the moment. So I'm grateful for all of those things tonight.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. Vanya, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for living life, that I'm alive, I'm with good people, friends, family, all good. And I'm so grateful that we met in person. It was wonderful. So I'm grateful for that.
Thank you, Vanya. Miss Laura, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for amazing people that walked into my life and that really made an impact. I'm grateful for my children, who make me smile and who make me happy every single day. I'm grateful for friendship. That's what I'm grateful for.
Thank you. Miss Scott, I don't know if you can hear us, if you want to share. And for those of you in the audience, I would love to know, what is it you're grateful for? LCC, I'm grateful for my family, friends, and my job. Betty said, I'm grateful for life and the opportunity to make a difference. Anybody else share, what is it you're grateful for? For me, I am, as usual, grateful for, the life lessons that I've had. I'm grateful for them because they have allowed me to be here with you guys. They've allowed me to be in your life, in your living room once a week, every Thursday night. So I am thankful. I'm thankful for all the blessings in my life. And I'm thankful for the great things that are to come, because I'm looking forward to meeting so many of you face to face. So I am already thankful for the opportunity to meet you guys. So I'm really looking forward to it. And as we're getting ready to leave, I do want to remind you guys, if you have questions and things you want to reach out to us, remember, just go on the messenger page or go to www.owningmydestiny.com. Reach out to us. You guys know that Mr. Monday and I, we do have a mindset class putting together. We told you it's going to happen this month. Some of you have reached out. Some of you, if you're still thinking about it, there's still time for you to contact us. Remember, it's a mindset class. You cannot achieve anything in life without having the proper mindset, without knowing exactly what you want. And it's okay to want to do things by yourself, but if you tried a few times and you don't succeed, it's perhaps time for you to talk to someone else that can give you some guidance. This course is a short course, and you guys are going to learn a lot from it. So I really want to encourage you guys to sign up for it. Go on my messenger page, or just say, yes, I'm in, so we can call you and send you the information that you need, when the class starts. All right, and Ms. Kat, do you want to add anything as we're ready to go? Do you want to say what you're grateful for? Ms. Kat, you're on mute. Ms. Kat, can you hear me? Okay, I guess she's on mute, she's busy. All right, well, please excuse the fact that, Ms. Kat, she's usually, fully present and talking a lot, but tonight, she's also, doing some things that she couldn't walk away from.
Sorry.
So she's,
Yeah.
yes, go ahead, Ms. Kat.
Family, just really healthy, working, yeah, life. Yeah, we just have to be grateful for this crazy life.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Mert says grateful for being healthy and having a few people that still like me besides God. Amen. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Margaret says, I'm grateful for my health and my family. Lucia says, I'm grateful for self-love. You know, it's so important. Fred says, I'm grateful for life. Fred says, I'm grateful for the Holy Spirit who always come through. Elsie said, I'm grateful for my family and friends. Betty says, I'm grateful for life. Guys, it's so important to be thankful, to be grateful, because the more you practice gratefulness, the more the universe and God bless you with the things, the desires of your heart. So it's important for us to do that. I'm not just doing this for any reason, but I want you guys to receive your blessings. So that's why we have to say thank you even before we receive them. And as we're getting ready to leave, as you guys know, we've been saying this for over a year now. We have one shot at this thing called life. For those of you who still wonder, you know, what life's going to be like, it's just one shot you have. So as we're getting ready to say goodnight tonight, remember, you have to own your destiny. So hashtag OMD, everybody. Hashtag OMD, everybody. Thank you, guys. For those of you who already did it, thank you. Thank you, Vanya. Thank you, my Marguerite. Thank you, Kattia. Thank you, Florette. Thank you, Lucia, Linda, and all of you who hashtag OMD. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys next week. If you guys want any information in regards to the ballroom event that we're having, reach out to me. Reach out to me. Some of you are shy. You can be shy. Reach out to me and let me know. Okay.
Well, you know, remind them it's a masquerade ballroom, so
Yes.
they can cover up if they are shy.
Definitely. Munzi, thank you. It is a masquerade party.
Yeah, come.
What
I'll
is
sing, I'll dance, I'll do all that.
it? Yes, we're gonna have music.
Laura
We're gonna have
dance and
things. Yes. So I will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Remember, please share the video because sharing is caring. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a great night, everyone. Good night. Anybody want to share anything before we leave? Good night, everyone.
Good night.